Hi, Steve Gamache here for Chef Knives to Go, and what we have this time for our quick look video is the Toribe kitchen shears, and these are really cool. They're neat looking, and they've got a couple interesting features to them. So let's take a look at them. So here's our unboxing. So I guess we'll keep that there. And now let's move it out of the way. Distracting. So these are stainless steel, and they are approximately 200 millimeters long and around 120 grams in weight. You might get a little variation here or there. So they've got a neat kind of industrial design. The handle area for your fingers, the finger guard or retention portion, is kind of a spring piece of material that pops into these slots, and the material itself has a slight cutout area there that's smaller diameter, and so it just kind of pops into these locations, and that holds it. And it's really quite stiff. You'd have to use a tool or something to loosen that up, but you know, they must just pop them in there, so it's easy to crate them. They're not like riveted in, but really cool. So they have a neat industrial kind of look to them. What is nice is they're ambidextrous, because you've got the same size on each side for your fingers. So for me, being a lefty, I kind of like that. And on the inside, they basically mention, well, we'll take them apart, then we'll show you that. But you've got the portion of this handle kind of tang area that kind of does a 90 into the handle component, into the cutting edge on each one. On one side, you've got a serrated component to it to help grip the product as you're cutting it. The other side is pretty much straight. These do come apart. What's neat about them is they do have a nut on there, which is adjustable. And what's cool is it's kind of spring loaded a little bit. So when you pull them apart, you've got to kind of overcome that hump a little bit right there before they'll pop apart. And so it's kind of a little bit of a, you can see a spacer in there that's like a little spring washer in there. And what's really nice about that is there's some tension to it. So they don't just, I know some of these break apart scissors will just fall, boom, they just fall apart on you, and you've got two pieces in your hand before you know what happened. These, you've got to go over that hump a little bit right there, and then get to that spot where you can remove them. So I think that's a really cool, subtle, but very, very nice feature. You'll see how, again, this curves to a 90 into the main part of each side of the scissors, and on the inside of the one part, they've got the name and logo, stainless steel, made in Japan. So these are nice and light. They've got that cool kind of industrial look to them, but they're very effective. They're very sharp out of the box, and just a really cool, interesting, unique type of shear. That definite conversation starter, but very cool, very unique. So these are the Toribe kitchen shears from Chef Knives to Go.